Hello and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. Before we jump into the action, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. All those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in joining our community or becoming a member here on our YouTube channel, you may do that by simply hitting the membership program thing. It's right down there. I don't even know what it looks like really because I haven't interacted with it yet. But it starts at just $2 a month and you gain access to some really cool emotes. If any of our members are in the chat, drop those emotes so people can see. Thank you. In addition to that, if you're interested in joining any of our campaigns, we do have open slots available in our Saturday early campaign. And if we get 2 more players for a Friday early, we get to start a whole new campaign in our universe. And it'll be so much fun. We get to do any of the multiple worlds we have. I'm super excited for it. But I believe that's going to be everything from me. Braska, tell us what happened last session.
So, after we rested for a bit, and the Brainy guys did a bunch of Brainy guy things, we decided to go sneaking around. Fordham and I found a dead guard, poked it with a stick, as we do, and a bunch of spores came out and told us to kill John Lennon, or Imperials. I wasn't paying that much attention to that part. We went ahead to do that, but then we ended up fighting off the spores. After that, we decided that I would go dwarf bowling, score, and fight some more Imperial soldiers. During that, some shit happened and we all turned massive. Now I'm naked and surrounded by corpses, which is just a Tuesday for us.
This is just about a typical Tuesday. So, the last of these Empire dogs are now slain. The last remaining one was skewered through quickly by all of your ferocity, and after just a few moments, you all begin feeling a little queasy within yourselves, and then you begin shrinking down, and you all catch an instantaneous case of vertigo as this happens. All of you that grew, of course, not Capriccio.
Zozar just reaches into his bag, brings out a separate pack of nicely folded clothing and starts putting it on. He'll say, normally where I'm from, people who tear off clothes want one thing, not this, but, I'm in a different place in the world, so I guess things are a bit different. And I'm just going to collect all the scraps that that I can still see and then possibly mend it later.
Okay.
Extra clothes. Yeah, that would
Boardroom,
have been smart.
can you fix my backpack? It seems like everything this past month keeps breaking on me. I kind of need my backpack to carry all this blood.
Yeah,
You should find an insurance plan for that.
Oh no, the Bard sets up an insurance company. Pretty much.
Yep. Mending.
As you are sitting there concentrating on the straps, rubbing your hands against them so they slowly fabricate back together, Capriccio, you begin hearing whispers from these living, blighted limbs of this tree of life. It's hard to make out specifically what they're saying, even for somebody of the wilds. You're not very well trained in listening to trees. It's not innate to you, at least. They seem upset. They seem scared.
Yes.
Seem very, very murderous as well.
Yes, and for that reason, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to cast Speak with Plants.
What does it look like when you cast this spell?
Like, visually?
Yeah.
You just see, like, a few streams of primal magic surging from Capriccio himself and spreading in a 30-foot area, touching the plants around him and infusing them with some sliver of intelligence, I would say. at least the capability to speak. Enough to speak. Yeah.
All of the limbs begin rotating over towards the tree. You hear scraping of bark against itself. And then you begin to hear it speaking outwards. They need to die.
Who does?
The mortals.
Why do they need to die?
They take my power and defile it.
Who's taking your power? How?
Over the years, they drain the gift I give. They fill my roots with tainted blood. They burn all of my leaves.
Why would they do this to you? How can we help? Please.
Kill the mortals.
There are many of them here. Too many for just us.
They need to die. They do not understand coexistence. They will kill nature for their own greed.
There are some whose hearts are touched by such evil, but not all of them are like this. These people here are not like this. We can help you.
Exceptions do not change the outcome.
Can you feel any one specific mortal draining your power, defiling you? Do you know where they are?
The first to discover me when I slumbered here. He is close.
How close?
Within miles.
Do your roots spread that far?
No. I can feel that hate. I slumbered. After Vecna's city fell, they tried to corrupt me, but I never allowed them to. I grew so tired, I slumbered. And he awakened me. Long after that day, He would not listen. I asked to reconnect with the Wild Mother. He wouldn't listen. I asked to shed light in this desecrated land. He wouldn't listen. And I asked him to stop burning my leaves. He would not listen.
I'm very sorry you've had to endure throughout this nightmare. I'm very, very sorry.
There are more druids. I've spoken with one. She will help kill these mortals who do this to nature.
Who is she?
She never gave me her name. She never asked for anything. She just wanted to know who. I told her the mortals. She promised me revenge.
Is this place completely underground, or is there a view of the sky and just the outside in general?
It's completely submerged underground.
Okay.
The tree goes up maybe 200 feet in total, and then there's a ceiling way high above that, but none of you have seen it yet. It's completely outside of your field of view.
Capriccio,
Yes.
if the tree is looking for revenge, one of the people that corrupted it have been killed. Delilah has been slain. She's the one that put the celestial in its roots and corrupted it.
Yes, she is slain. But that did not stop the defilement. They still siphoned his energy, his life.
You think the Watcher is responsible? Number 2?
Or the other.
Boardroom, would you be able to make an image of both Trent and number 2? Maybe Capriccio can ask the tree which of these two has been defiling it.
Yeah, it'll take a few minutes. And I look around for wood that's not attached to the tree.
There's plenty of spare bark that's been flying around from the limbs.
Okay.
That or the metal from the armor.
Ratio, can a tree even tell that much difference between mortals?
Nah, we all look the same.
To recognize facial features of two humans? That's an honest question. I have no idea.
Can they?
Typically speaking, most trees can't do very much, but this is a much older and much more powerful tree. So, potentially.
Trees, regular trees, no. But a tree of life, perhaps.
So, Fordrum, your wood carving?
Yeah.
Charisma, please.
Oh, strong.
Tell us what you get.
14.
14. Okay, that's good enough. As you etch the two of them, place it on the ground.
I place them on the ground. Here? Wait, I don't understand what he's saying though, right? So Capricio's translating for me?
I hope. Capriccio, are you
Yeah.
translating?
Yes.
Okay.
No, absolutely.
Okay, good call. They... The one. He was the one who discovered me after Vecna.
This one. And I wiggle the one that's
Trent.
Trent. Yeah.
Yes. He went away for a long, long time. It was hundreds of years before Delilah came here.
He said Trent was still within a mile, didn't he?
He did. Or within miles. It's hard to conceptualize time and distance based off of a tree's descriptions compared to people, you know. Time to a tree is irrelevant.
Do you know how long he's been? Let me rephrase that. Do you know how often he returns?
He returned 2 years ago. And then he returned again a month ago. He broke into my hall and planted something within me.
Is it still inside?
It burns.
Where is it?
One of the limbs wanders over towards the trunk, and roughly about 100 feet up or so, it crawls and rubs against the spot that's just slightly discolored.
Did you feel different after he planted that within you?
I did not feel pain until he placed it there.
Would you like us to take it out?
Yes.
I see no reason why we shouldn't. Oh, I should also mention, I do apologize for the acid. I tried to get it away from you as much as possible. I did not mean to harm. That is my mistake.
Mortals hurt me. I grow used to this.
But how many mortals apologize?
Roll me persuasion, Zuvazar. With disadvantage because it is being parlayed through Capriccio.
Aw. That's still good, 33.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, me and Zurus are pretty good at persuasion.
True.
I am proficient in persuasion if it means anything, but I mean, that was still a pretty good
I
roll.
think he rolled well enough.
I rolled an 18. I rolled an 18 and a 19.
I'm just saying it could be better. I'm just saying it could.
Honestly, it could be better. I should have a 24, honestly. Or like a 24 charisma.
When I'm not at disadvantage, I got one more than him.
That is true. But he has to suffer like me.
He's siphoning power through whatever he placed inside of you. When we take it out and destroy it, he will suffer. And he will come after us instead of you.
But what if that's what's powering him? What if us taking this out and destroying it will weaken him?
One could only hope you could wink and think a thought. Is the portal, the rift, in the same direction as where he pointed out in the tree?
No.
Okay. Appreciate you might want to also ask him about the rift in his branches. Because it's somewhere up there.
There is a tear in space through your branches. Can you feel it?
Yes.
Is there anything else up there, around it, through it?
Humans.
Humans?
Far above me, there are humans. They are prodding this opening. It burns. Its heat is incredible.
So this is going to be a long process to undo what they have done to you. We will do it. But we need to take it a step at a time. I suggest we begin with the humans prodding the portal.
The one who discovered me, who hurt me, tortured me. He cannot be harmed unless the fixtures of his life are destroyed.
Unless what? I'm sorry?
The fixtures of his life are destroyed.
Do I have any idea what that could be referring to?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Can I roll a religion? Because I think it might have to do with necromancy.
This would be Arcana.
Arcana.
Yes. And if you're
Ding,
proficient
ding, ding.
in it, you
Well,
may. Whoa, what'd you get? You have to say it out loud, man.
I got a natural 20 and a
Ooh.
natural 1.
Which
But
one was
that's-
first?
The 20, thankfully.
Oh, thank goodness.
So 30 altogether.
Shee, we like that. We like that. Argon, there's rumors around. First off, you're aware lichdom is 100% a thing. 100% that is a thing. The secrets to lichhood is suppressed in most of the highest scholarly academical schools, colleges, everything out there. But it's hidden, for a reason. Fixtures of its life would imply a phylactery. And by the sounds of it, multiple. And because he said he met Trent hundreds of years ago, that means Trent is not just a human anymore. He can't be. Though nothing appears on him as undead, he has to be something else. And apparently he has multiple phylacteries that are the only way that he can even begin to be harmed. Meaning he has mastered lichcraft.
well, that information kind of coincide with other stories we've heard about Trent from Corvus's book that he got from Ioun, the oxen in Sinclair's homeland. So him being some form of super lich, I guess. So it sounds like he's basically got multiple phylacteries, and we would have to destroy all of them probably to permanently kill him.
To be able to harm him, you would have to
To
destroy
harm him, even.
That's what the tree said.
So now we'd have to hunt for phylacteries. That's gonna be fun.
It's going to be quite an ordeal, that's for sure. Would he know that one of his phylacteries is destroyed?
Most likely. I mean, it's to some extent, from what I know of Lichdom, which is limited. I mean, it's basically tied to his soul in some form or another. So I imagine he's going to feel it if you destroy one of them.
No, I would recommend if we get the one out of the tree, we don't break it immediately. We take it to someone who was capable of breaking it. Like our volcano.
If he's using the phylactery to drain the tree's energy, the moment we remove it, he will know.
Yes, that is most likely true. If nothing else, he'll know. Even if he isn't intimately linked with it himself, he will at least know when the draw of power stops.
Mm-hmm.
Then should we take care of the ones poking and prodding at the portal first and then get
Let's
the
begin with that.
phylactery?
Yes, I think we should begin with that. Small steps.
Has it been an hour, Joey?
No, it's been like 15 minutes.
Okay. Then I will use the special effect of my robe to get my short rest then.
Alrighty. Ah, good rope.
I'm stuck in it for 7 days.
Druid, what is your name?
My name is Capriccio. And what is yours?
Originally, my name was Leolo.
Leolo.
There is an ent. I sent the other two. If you wish to find her, you must go to the Velven Thicket.
The Velvet Ticket. Okay. You say you don't remember her name, or don't. She didn't tell you it.
We did not share names. She saw my pain and wanted my revenge. She is a friend to the Fae and to nature. She is a bane to the mortals that defile it. Capriccio,
you?
you are more than aware that certain druids are, even by your definition, a little extreme when it comes
Nasty.
to
Mhm.
how they do things. One phrase that's common on Exandria is bioterrorists.
Mm-hmm. We will seek her out. And when the time comes, the wrath of nature will fall upon them. And this night may will round. I swear it.
When you kill the others, do not forget to remove this blight, so I may sleep and heal.
Let's do so. At any cost. But for now, we have humans to kill. Can you lend your assistance?
They are beyond my reach. But I can sense their movements. Through the stone ceiling that captures me, stops me from gazing at the beautiful sun, and receiving nutrients. 10 feet thick stone. Chambers with flames glowing and magic arched into the floor. I sense 12. 12 within those chambers, stepping on the floor.
What is the quickest way to reach them?
If you can meld through stone above me, if you cannot, there is a church dedicated to the dead god. Under their altar, there is a small cave that leads to an air vent in the chambers.
A look over a fortune.
Ask him how thick the stone is above him.
10
10 feet, right?
So I could probably give us a grand entrance and give him some sunlight, but it will take a big chunk of what I got left, and I need some help to get up there.
Well, I could open up a small hole it'll take a couple of castings, but I could make a hole that would be big enough for us to shimmy through.
So, well, do you remember when we visited the shop in
Yes.
Uthadern?
Yes.
Yeah. And,
Exactly the shop you were talking about.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I bought a very high level spell that
Uh-huh.
we couldn't use at the time that happens to wreak an awful lot of damage on structures.
Uh-huh.
I happened to memorize that before we came out today.
Uh-huh.
So, I believe they referred to it as pyroclasm when we bought the spell.
Uh-huh.
I like this idea.
This is a terrible idea above a tree, but go on.
Well, so it will destroy basically all structure type stuff in like a 30-foot radius around me.
You have
Yeah.
those spell slots.
So I'm gonna open up a 60-foot wide hole, which is really gonna let a lot of sunlight in for this tree.
Why don't we
But
negotiate
also-
this with the tree before we just
It
torch the
also
place?
would
Just-
destroy the circle.
Well, it's gonna do a lot of damage, but the problem is I can't do that and fly at the same time because I can't concentrate on two things.
Why don't we also take the thing that's inside the tree out? The one that's causing the tree actual pain.
Well, that's definitely on the list of things to do, but I thought we decided to deal with the humans first, then come back and grab that.
Would removing the item inside you help with you assisting us, or do you think that you can live with that for a little bit longer?
If the object was out of me, I would be able to sleep. I lack any ability to help you. I am far too weak.
Got it.
Would you be able to withdraw your vines down and send one vine with our friend here up so that he could kill all the humans above you?
I do not possess any strength.
So
But
go ahead.
I think you're on the same wavelength, but go ahead.
Well, like I say, if we can't fly up there, the other option is we sneak up there and I just do it in the center of the room and just do it the hard way.
Well, we can get you in the air vent.
But yeah, if we could go up through the air vent, I could do it from the air vent and just destroy it from the inside.
It'll dampen the effect that it might have on the tree.
Well, I'm not gonna probably hurt the tree regardless, other than the pulverized stone falling on it.
And all the
But-
people that are falling down to their
Yeah,
death.
but I don't really think that's gonna be a hurt the tree. I don't think the people are gonna hurt the tree. The stone might. Hopefully it'll be pulverized enough it won't do too much damage, but that's the only way it's getting sunlight again. We're never going to be able to stay here long enough to gently remove all of that stone. Somebody will come and kill us if we try.
Well, how do we then get... I'm going to pull out the map real fast and see if I can figure out what our path is to this church.
I may have an idea.
Yep.
What you got?
Don't normally do this, but I think this calls for it. And Capricio's form begins to glow with iridescent light as his body transforms into a giant vulture.
Vulture. Ooh, okay. I was thinking badger, but that's good too. That's good too.
I didn't know you were that kind of druid, Capriccio.
The giant vulture gives you a bit of a hateful look even.
Surprised you're
And
not a
he'll-
Red Bull.
And it'll pick you up with its talons and fly.
Okay, I guess we're doing this now then.
So, Fortrum, you were looking at your map. Go ahead and roll a survival check.
I remember when you told me where the altar was of Vecna on the
13.
map.
Yeah.
Can I
did.
point that out?
Yeah, Yeah, the moment you pointed out, Fordrum, you were trying to locate it, but yeah, he just points to you where an altar is, and you go, oh yeah, that looks like
Oh,
a
yeah.
church.
Hmm.
That's the altar to Vecna, the dead god here.
So that puts us. Oh, well, yeah. That now I see. That makes sense. So to get there, we would have to go
Yeah.
around, and then I look up, and there's a giant bird, and I go, but it doesn't look like we're gonna do this path. And I roll it up and tuck it away safely, and
Well-
go back to mending people's armors as fast as I possibly can.
I look at it this way. If any of them survive the fall, that means me and Braska and Zurzar get some batting practice. And
Well, but okay, so how tall is the ceiling in here, Joey?
The tree is 200 feet tall, and none of you have seen the ceiling yet, and it's far above that.
Oh,
Actually, I'll do a giant eagle just in case, because it's a bit stronger and it's also a little bit faster.
You could carry 2 people with you then.
Yeah.
Well, 1 Argon and 1 smaller person. Sinclair.
There is no. Okay.
Sinclair is, he's scrappy sized,
He's a little lizard.
Yeah, he's not terribly strong and buff. He's just like,
Yeah. But I don't
He
think
definitely
Sinclair
does
said anything
CrossFit.
about. I don't think he said anything about coming along.
so
But yeah,
you
Capriccio
fly.
transforms into a giant eagle and carries you up, Argon.
Hey,
are you gonna need help, Argon?
I don't know that it's going to make a difference because I'm the only one that's safe from this.
I could be safe from it too. If I know how this spell works, when I blink out of existence, Argon, if you cast it then, I'll be safe.
You'll be in midair,
On a eagle.
which will not be in the same place when you come back.
Oh, that's true. You could put me or Braska at the top of the tree and we could bat from the top of the tree.
I'm gonna oversimplify, but we could just go right into that room we came out of. Like it's right there, and Fordham just points at the hole we walked through earlier. It's right over there. We could
No,
just-
yeah, I'm sorry. I meant people
Yeah.
up top won't be safe. Yes, you guys can definitely go through that door.
Yeah.
So, Fordrum, looking at the map, if everybody was to backtrack, go through the tunnel, into Delilah's room, through the guardhouse, it might be a 15-minute walk.
We
Yeah.
don't need to go all that way back,
And-
do we?
In order to get to the church and tunnel. I'm just answering the question for like his ability check he already made.
Yeah.
In case anybody cares. 15 minutes, 20 minutes tops to walk there, while being sneaky like all of them seem to be. And then you're heading back into the city, so you're not going to be running into many guards. It's more like there might be more monsters and things, which, take your pick. But yeah, it's not very far at all.
But by the same token, if they blow a hole in this 200 plus foot ceiling, who can get up there after the bird goes through with our wizard?
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good call. Plus,
Besides
I'm
me.
now concerned now that we think about this. If Capriccio flies me up there, Capriccio will not be immune to the damage of pyroclasm. It is not selective, which means
Yeah.
the odds are I may knock you out, Capriccio, which would be bad for all of us.
Do you have the means to feather fall yourself after the fact?
I can feather fall. Yes, I can feather fall a group of people that fall with me.
The one thing to keep in mind is even if Capriccio gets knocked out of his vulture form, Capriccio can still fly.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, but
That's a
any
fair point.
additional damage transfers over to the actual body, doesn't it?
Sure.
Yeah,
Eagle.
it's only a bunch of damage to structures. It's not super powerful against people, other than the fact that it lasts for 10 rounds.
Because if
Yes,
need
Eagle.
be,
Thank you.
yeah, if need be, right before you cast it, like you can jump up and I can dimension door Capriccio out to safety.
Well, how big's the eagle? Like, how many of us could fit on it? Roughly.
Considering everybody in this party is a very big person other than Sinclair and Capriccio, it could be like any one person and Sinclair or just Braska.
Right.
Well, I'm a giant eagle, so I'm not going to tell you that.
But I mean, they can look at the ego and go like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust Braska and anybody else on that thing. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, the giant eagle has a strength of 16.
Are you asking like how tall Zurazar is?
Yeah, because now I'm wondering.
Oh, he's only 6'2".
he's a half
Yeah.
orc. He's pretty fucking big. Like,
Oh yeah.
So why don't the rest of you go to the tunnel? We'll wait 15 minutes. And when you're in position, then I'll bring the house down and then you guys can go clean up what doesn't fall in the pit.
My only concern with that is twofold. The
So
Watcher and any mage that falls into the pit that has feather fall. They'll be at the bottom of the tree and no one to take care of it.
So I
I
could
can-
stay. I can stay here, and then I could fly back up through the hole afterwards.
I can stay here as well. I'm
Yeah,
sure I
but
can
you're
find
sneaky.
some hiding spots. Exactly, I can find some hiding spots. Also, I know I keep bringing this up, but hold on, Leilau is obviously, again, I keep bringing this up. I apologize, but if we remove the thing that is giving this tree pain, he will more than likely assist us in
No, he
battle.
flat out said he could not assist us. If we take it out, the only thing he will do is go to sleep.
he has had thousands of years without receiving any form of nourishment. He has no strength.
That's
Yeah, he said it multiple times.
That is fair. I apologize. We keep bouncing back and forth between plans. I'm losing everything in the.
That's how this party seems to function.
Yeah,
Welcome
plans
to
aren't really
Tuesday.
our thing.
I was
definitely
really
need to-
excited when y'all were about to like YOLO blow up the fucking floor. I was like, wow, that's the fastest y'all ever made a decision. And then
Yeah,
that's
Yeah,
the
now
decision I'm happy with.
I'm-
My issue
I'm just
with
gonna-
going up is, like I said, the Watcher
we're
has
gonna-
more eyes now.
We're gonna have to deal with him at some point, regardless.
And the second we take that thing out of the tree, we now also have Icky.
Yeah, consequences. Get into the tunnel.
I'm just gonna say, if you guys take too long, Capricious is gonna fly you up.
I'm bringing the
Not
roof
gonna
down
wait.
regardless. Go run to the tunnel. You got 15 minutes.
it takes
okay.
them 15 minutes to get there, just as not to get through the tunnel, to get to the tunnel.
Oh, how far to get through the tunnel, Fordrum?
15 minutes, maybe 20, to get to the location.
And how much to get through it?
Depends on how many things we run across.
Yeah, potentially 20 minutes if nothing really hampers us. I could send you a sending and tell
Alright.
you when we're there.
Send me a sending when you guys get there.
Okay.
Azuzar is just going to walk up to a part of the tree. He's going to like kind of adjust his cloak, put a hand on the tree. He's going to say, "I'm going to stand completely still. They're not going to see me. Is it okay if I stand here?"
Capriccio, who cannot communicate to Zurazar, gets a reply.
I can understand it too, right?
Oh, yeah. You have
Tongue
tongues
still
up,
up.
so it'll say, "Stand wherever you wish."
The giant
Zurzar,
eagle will nod.
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect. I was going to say I realized like he couldn't. I can't understand him. So next time I ask a question, could you just tap me with a vine or something?
you're asking the tree who has no strength to tap you to speak
Well,
with you.
he started moving. He moved his vines around before.
He did.
I don't think moving a vine is too much to ask. Him
Yeah.
like lifting us hundreds of feet in the air, yes.
Yeah, that's what I got because he had no strength, so I'm sure he can like tap things. But he kind of realizes he goes, like, "Oh, right. Tap me with your vine once for yes, or twice for no."
All right, give me a strength
Arg-
saving throw.
Argon, can I ask you one question?
Yeah.
Will you have the ability to use teleport?
Nope. Don't even have it prepared.
Okay, roll
What's
strength
the
saving
one
throw?
that allows you to go through the circle?
Yes.
Don't have it prepared.
Okay.
Well, who needs to roll a strength saving throw?
You,
Oh, why?
because as you say, just tap me with a branch. It picks up one of its branches and drops it on you because it just can't really do much else.
Oh, I meant like with a vine, like tap his ankle.
Yeah, it's a tree. It doesn't have vines. It has roots.
Oh, that's fair.
Sinclair, everything I knew when we were coming
You're
here
now prone.
told me I could not teleport out of the Empire.
But you could
So
crawl
I
out
did
of it,
not-
no problem.
So I did not prepare any teleportation spells.
Just stand
Okay,
up.
because the second we take that thing out, we're gonna need to get out of here quick.
Yeah.
Just stand up, cast prestidigitation. They'll say, I should have worded that better. That's on me.
It's just gonna have to be the heel toe express.
I'm just going to stand still, pull up my hood, and stealth.
I'm pretty sure we'll let out a loud caw and just fly up with Argon.
All
Oh, that's
right. Yeah.
that's
Come
still-
on, everybody.
That's still
Let's go.
better than most. So
Jeez.
Follow me. Let's go to
Since-
the church.
Yeah,
be right
since the
here.
shit show's about to happen for them, should we send word to our ship captain because we may need to make a quick escape?
I will reserve a spell for exactly that, but let's get closer to the end of this before we alert him, call him in. I'd like him to stay far away until I don't want to send it twice. I'd rather just send it, get us the fuck out of here instead of the just get ready. We might need you to get us out of here quick and then try and do it again. Is that cool?
Yeah, just I know it's gonna take him an hour to get here.
Well, we'll do the best we
And
can.
it may
I'll
take
call-
us half an hour to get up there.
I'll call as soon as we start to do any surgery on the tree.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, if I understand this correctly, we have Eagle Capriccio and Argon staying all the way at the top waiting. Zulrazar hiding at the bottom of the tree, just hiding. We have Brasco, Sinclair, and Forgem going out by themselves in order to go through the secret tunnel.
True.
Secret tunnel.
Thank you. Thank you. Alrighty then. Alright, the three of you sneaking out of here together. I'd like a stealth check from you guys.
Oh, fuck.
Hey, you don't have disadvantage. You don't have your armor.
So we have 12 plus
I'm
13.
using my inspiration.
So straight roll for you.
Yes.
Exhausted still.
Damn.
Plus 27. Way to fucking carry. That's 17 rounded up to 18. As the three of you are moving, Sinclair brings up the rear. Noticing the odd-shaped footprints that everybody is leaving behind as you are moving, compared to the humans of the Empire, has his tail sweeping in the back. Something he already does for himself while stealthing. The consistent scraping sound is enough to make you all blend in with other scraping noises within these tunnels. And you keep moving through. Crawling back through Delilah's study. And just as a reminder for a few of you, you do walk past the teleportation circle that is in there. Just saying, you walk past it.
We remember.
All right.
That's
just
what I was going to plan on having Argon use.
Not prepared.
Yeah. Maybe
I didn't
Theo
know it
can.
existed yesterday when I
know.
prepared my spell.
Theo can just sit in there and get a long rest while we.
As the DM. But anywho. You make your way back over to the break room. There's been no changes of breaks that occur. You look out the window, left and then right, being very careful and sneaky. You note a group of patrolling guards coming through. So you all just wait there in the break house. 6 of them march by. As they're passing by, at this point, it has been... Your tongues would have expired, Sinclair. It only lasts an hour.
Okay.
Vraska can still understand Zemnian when it's spoken. Roll me a perception check, please.
My Spectre also speaks Zimnian. Because he's a dead Zimnian.
But specters can't speak.
Can he not speak?
That one.
No. Specters can't speak. They know what they knew in life, but they cannot speak. 7. Something about goldfish. That's all.
Shit.
That's all you hear.
There. Your land's under attack.
So, as they wander past, you get to sneak out the window, careful, run across the street, and start navigating through them. I would like a investigation from all 3 of you to find this house quickly and quietly. All right, 10. Good roll, Vraska. Good roll. 8. Good. 7, actually. 11. There we go, guys.
I'm at disadvantage.
I was hoping this was going to be a survival check to navigate, but...
Well, it was survival to know roughly where it is. It's investigation looking for that specific building as you're moving through.
Yep.
I'd rather be mindful of the eyes that we know are above the city.
Oh, well, that would be a perception check then.
I will roll that with disadvantage.
Can we all roll that? Because we're all looking for it.
Well, I'll allow just the one person, but it's fine. 19 is pretty good. Sinclair, you start pushing everybody in different directions to avoid some of the glowing eyes in the sky. As you are navigating, Argon, Zurazar, Capriccio, they've all been gone for, at this point, just about 20 minutes or so.
I could have sworn the ceiling was supposed to fall by now.
Pretty sure he gave me an estimate of like 40 minutes total. So, because he said 15 to 20 to get there, and he estimated 20 to get through it. So, I'm still not worried yet.
And he said he would send you ascending.
Well, yeah, that's a whole different story.
I'm very, I wouldn't say worried, but I'm definitely on edge. I'm grasping at the fact that I'm sitting upon the trunk of a very ancient tree that is being slowly pained away by an archmage who wants to use a old lich's lair to essentially try to make himself stronger than he originally was. And I'm standing here in new clothes that's recently ripped, a nice cloak, a rapier, and blood everywhere. So yes, I'm in a very, I'm definitely on edge. Though it's quite entertaining. This is definitely the strangest Tuesday night I've ever had. Or is it? I can't really remember.
So,
I'll have to think about that.
20 minutes of traveling for the 3 of you, navigating past the eyes. It's becoming very frustrating to find different routes to go past. But luckily, the eyes don't seem to linger longer than maybe a minute or so before moving to different areas. But they're constantly patrolling and moving around this landscape, examining everything in sight. Towards the end of all of this, Fordrum, as you're being pulled down a different alley in order to get away from one of these eyes that's about to start rotating over, you see on the cusp of your vision a building that looks closer to a cathedral to you.
Ooh, look over there.
Point out to everybody, and everybody nods. Yeah, it's over there. But you have to hide in this alley for a minute.
Yeah, I try to, once the eyes pass, I'll try to navigate the eyes so we can get there.
So you all wait another minute. Then you head over to the large cathedral. All of the windows are boarded up, and the front door has a very hefty log placed across it, keeping it shut and locked. The log itself seems to have been etched into this area where it has grooves for it to fit in from the... What are those things called?
Padlock?
No, where it's like the seam of your door.
Frame.
The frame. They're etched to be able to fit into the frames in a groove and lay across the door where it has two prongs holding them halfway across them. As you look around the sides of this building and the front, everything seems to be, well, very nicely compacted and kept shut.
Fordrum? Do you have any means of detecting undead other than myself? Because that might be what they're keeping inside. We know that they keep them in the little huts, so I'm just hoping when we open this door, we don't get a whole bunch of hunger dead after us.
Oh. The hungers are pretty big. And then I look at Braska and I go, well, never mind that idea. No, I don't really have a detect undead necessarily. Sorry.
Joey, based off my religion understanding, do I know that churches have more than one entrance?
Some would, yes, and based off of what the tree told you, there is a separate entrance through the air duct in the tunnels that you're aiming through all the way up here.
Okay, but that's at the altar.
Correct, which is where you're trying to get to.
Are there just windows?
Yeah. There are windows that are shut with wood, like padded up with wood.
I say we move our way to the back and see if there's not a not necessarily servant entrance, but clergy entrance, because you have the main door for the guests that are coming to,
Okay,
church.
you want to go around to the left or the right?
I look up at the eyes. Right? Left.
All right. So you all do a lap around the building. There's
When we
6
get around the
windows in
building-
total. Three,
Yeah,
and then a front door. No other entrances.
Are there?
Okay.
So if there's a window on the side that's not viewable by the eyes, I stop at it and I go, should we just pry one of these open, take a little look?
Hell yeah.
Sure.
Well, good, because I have one of these, and I pull out what is virtually a crowbar.
Perfect.
Hey.
Yeah.
Look, Braska. A stick
If that
you
fails,
can
I
use
can
to break.
Braska it.
I stick it into place, and I give a little tug, and then I just look over at Braska holding it in place so he can grab above my hand and let him just tear it open, and then I'll put my hands on the wood to catch it so it doesn't. So we're trying to tear something apart as quietly as possible.
All right.
Would it be useful to cast silence, you think, or no?
I mean, Joey, tell me, isn't there like other noises in this little town area, or is it really
Oh,
quiet here?
Yeah, no, there's definitely other noises around the city. And where you are is super reclusive from everything else.
I kind of feel like we can get away with this one, but
Okay.
because it shouldn't be too bad. It's only those 4 nails.
As far as Argon told me, the eyes only have visual; they don't have hearing. Otherwise, they'd be
even
ears.
better.
So let's hope that's true.
All
Even
right.
better.
So, Braska, you have a crowbar in your hands.
Yup.
Give me an athletics check with advantage.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Oh God, no!
Wow, that's
20.
really low for you. As you go over to the window and you crack it into the frame, you actually crack the frame of the window itself and start pushing it. And Fordrum, he split the window frame and is not prying the wood. He's prying the window slightly.
No, down, pull down.
Oh, okay.
Try again. Sinclair, I need another perception check from you.
30.
30. Much better, much better. Sinclair?
Yep,
Okay. 13.
that is good.
You're trying to keep watch, and you are keeping watch as best as you can. This time you pull the rod out from the split window frame, and then you crack it right where the actual wood is, splintering some of it off, and then just push against it with your body as it starts breaking and snapping it open. You get about 4 or 5 large chunks open before Sinclair notices that one of the eyes is starting to rotate generally in this direction.
Stop.
Guys,
Huh?
we need to rotate.
All right.
Do we shuffle around to the back?
Yeah. Unless, wait, what's right here at the window area? Like, is there any
There's no obstructions in this city.
Okay.
They don't have any flower beds or anything nice like that. But you all make it to the other side. Wait. The other side as it rotates. Wait. Wait. Then you make it back over to the frame. All right, Braska, one more check. Unless you fail.
Does a 17?
17.
You splinter into the window frame again. All right, gotta go again, Braska. You are
At this
destroying
point,
this
it might just be
fucking
better
window.
to take the frame.
23. You pull it out, slam it in. It's always just accuracy, really. That's all the issue is in this situation.
It looks so similar to the other part. I just
You crank and break and bust it open, and now there's a large enough area for the two of them to easily jump, climb through, and Braska for you to get helped by them dragging you inside because you're just a little too big to crawl through.
Oh, I thought we were just trying to look in to see what was inside. All right.
Well, now the eye's coming back around.
Close it quick.
Are you guys going in, or are you trying to look first and then go around and hide?
Braska, throw me in, and
I'm gonna just go in.
Braska's shimmying through. Sinclair's in. Fordrum?
Yeah, if I can shimmy in, I'll fly in.
Yep.
Woo.
Woo!
pulling the wood back towards us. Mend it.
Got it.
So you place the wood back into its proper positions, start mending it back, and while you're mending Fordrum, the other two turn around and start looking. Peering inside of this old church to Vecna, you can sense the foul energy around it. It's almost palpable.
Ugh.
You look at the numerous pews, all of which are made of stone and are straight backed at a slightly forward angle to make people uncomfortable as they sat. You see kneeling tablets across the ground, large marble platforms that have stones embedded across the top of it. the most uncomfortable thing. Vecna must have something to deal with pain in their religion of some variety, because no right-minded individual would do that to themselves otherwise. And when you look over at the front, you see that there is a skeleton holding onto the doors with either hand, with one knee on the ground, holding them shut. The bones are blackened, as if rapidly decayed, but somehow fortifying it to be in this position and pose for thousands of years. Left sitting there, barring these doors from something to come inside. You look around. The iconography in here is all that of an open palm with an eye in the center. You look over at the pew, which is a massive hand reaching out, holding on it a tome. Sinclair, do you speak Necrol?
Not naturally. Because Hollow One doesn't give me that.
And
I count as undead.
Yeah, that doesn't. Yeah.
But-
Yeah, you don't know what the text says then. You recognize it as Necrol, but
If
have
it's
no idea.
text, I do.
Oh, yeah, eyes.
Yeah.
Then, as you look over at this appears to be Gospel to Vecna, a tome of Vecnas.
Okay, so this
Man,
is
I
a
don't like
Tome of
any of
Vecna,
this.
and it's a book.
It is a book. It's ancient, crumbling already.
Maybe don't touch it.
I'm going to take the holy symbol of Vecna that I still have from Delilah, because it was one of the things that we didn't throw in the volcano for whatever reason. We never really made our way back to the volcano. Put it against the book, and hopefully the book opens.
Well, the book's already wide open.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
What does it say on the inside?
As you look at that first page, those that cower in fear and listen to the words that I preach will be granted the mercy that only I can give, will be given the opportunity of power that no other god beside me can rival, and you will be granted eternity to service and serve me. I need you to give me a charisma saving throw, Sinclair.
This is a save. Those are good.
Tell us what you get.
$14.
Sinclair, you become afraid of this book, but not to throw it away in fear, but instead you need to know what is inside of it. You need to serve Vecna any way that you can. You need to be sure to cower in fear and to destroy their enemies. Vraska and Forgem, you both see Sinclair visibly shaking with fear as he's leaning over the book, reading it, touching it.
I'm gonna go over and bump him off of it gently, not ridiculously harmfully. Just back away, buddy.
As you're bumped into Sinclair and your attention wanes away from it, you break out of the enchantment that was on you. Yeah, that's not good. That is not a good book at all.
All right. First things first. Thank you, Fordrum.
Yep.
I take my katana, put it
Wait.
against the book,
Wait.
and I ignite the book.
Lord.
It ignites in a flame that immediately turns into blackened smoke and begins filling the room.
Oh,
That's
that might not have been a good idea.
Come
That's
on,
a bad
let's get
book.
out of here.
Altar
on, let's go
over
to the
there,
air
other
duct.
side of it.
What'd you say,
What?
Sinclair?
The other side of the altar, Rosca, if you can push it forward, you should be able to get to the air duct.
All right.
Brosk, I need an athletics check from you if you're just pushing or if you're crowbarring.
Oh, he's lost the use of my crowbar.
That thing's probably bent.
He's
Might have
lost
been
the
it.
use of his strength too.
15.
Evidently.
This
Brosk,
might
are
be
you
the
gonna let
wrong
that rock?
side. It may be the wrong side.
No, it's a pull, not a push. My bad.
Yeah.
Rosca, are you sure you're strong enough to push that?
Okay, here we go.
You-
Let's do
You
it together.
what, mate?
All right, so you're assisting Broska?
Yeah, Fordrum's going to help, and he's going to point at the bottom and say, see how these grooves are? It goes this way. Get it?
Alright.
Push on this side, goes this way.
All right.
I'm going to continue burning the book.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
God.
fully ablaze at this point. That shit was drier than... We're not going to say that on stream. So, yeah.
Just roll again.
Yeah, go ahead. You're being assisted this time.
22.
We love 22. As you are pushing and shoving as best as you can against this, you have Fordrum on the other side trying to pull and pull and pull with you as it begins breaking open. And you all hear this very loud snapping and grinding sound happening from this passage that has not been opened up in thousands of years.
Wait, I've got something for this. I reach into my bag and I pull out sharpening oil. I just go squeeze and put a line of oil where the slide would be, hoping that it'll
It helps.
smooth a tiny bit.
It helps. You definitely WD-40 that bitch.
Yep.
And as you get it all the way open and it clicks into position, you all hear wisps and whistles begin moving out, and this large black mist bursts outwards. I need all three of you to give me dexterity saving throws.
Even if I'm still at the book.
Yeah, because that's the altar.
Oh, the book was on the altar.
Yeah, of course. Where else would a book be? That's a failure, bro. Wait, you have advantage if you
Danger.
can see it coming.
Danger
Yep.
sense.
Yep. Danger. Danger, Will Robinson. The 19 is a success. 5 and a 6 is a failure. As this
Oh,
burst of
oil.
necrotic energy shoots out towards you, Fortune, unfortunately, you're right on top of it. And Sinclair, you're burning a book and don't notice as it's coming. And Braska just, nope, dodges out of the way. Braska, no damage. This was save or suck. The other two,
Nice.
35 points of necrotic damage.
Oof.
Do either of you go unconscious?
No.
35?
35.
No, I'm at full, so.
All right, good. Good thing neither of you went unconscious. After that burst of necrotic energy, the two of you feel very weakened. And Broska, you feel like that probably would have hurt.
Hell, that actually healed my undead.
Yeah, Jerry's having a good time.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, we need to get down in there. You want Jerry to go first?
Sure.
Not
That sounds like a good
particularly.
idea.
All right, Jerry. Into the tunnel.
Look,
wisps down there.
does Jerry have weight?
No.
No.
So Jerry can't really set off any of the traps, right? Cool. Go on, Jer. Do whatever you're doing.
I would like crawling order.
I'll go first.
Are you sure? I mean, I'm built for.
I'm also built for.
I just
see.
look at the length of you and go, right, go for it.
If he sets it off, he'll be right there blocking the whole thing. So we
Mm.
take that thing.
Oh, is that not the thing we were talking about?
I'll go last.
Damn it.
So it's Braska, then Sinclair, then Fordrum.
Well, don't forget Jerry in the front.
Sorry, right, Jerry.
Very important, Jerry. He's a valuable member of this.
Hey, I still have him until I
Show.
take a
Love
long
you,
rest.
Jerry.
There's a reason I'm not taking a long rest.
So, as you are crawling through here, all of you on... Actually, no. Fordrum, you are not on your hands and knees. You're just like crouched over a little bit, moving through this tunnel. Braska and Sinclair, you're both on your hands and knees.
Yeah, I'm 5'4".
Yeah, that's taller.
Yeah.
Moving through the tunnel as best as you can. Crawling and crawling through. There's only one path down here, and you do start to see etchings and markings on the walls. You read through one, Sinclair, as you were passing by. The Chamber of the Seven, the Chamber of the Eight, Seers of Fate, lie straight ahead. Listen to their whispers in the domain where they believe they are most safe. Gleam through their starry night floor, where they peer and test everything that will be.
You type that for me. That's a lot. Chamber of the Eight. I think I might know why they haven't been able to make use of this facility. Fordrum.
I've never been here. What do you mean?
The reason why they probably haven't been able to successfully use this facility to its fullest extent is they didn't come below through the holy chambers and see the arcane scroll or markings on the wall that tell how to activate the device up ahead.
Pretend I don't know any of the details you're talking about, and can you just fill me in on what device? What is, when you say up ahead, how far?
Well, I'm guessing there's an altar up ahead.
Oof.
The Chamber of the Eight, which is what we're heading to.
Okay.
Which we know there's a circle from the tree. Where they stare at the night sky and believe that they are safe to stare and see what can be. And then there was a thing about their domains, right, Joey?
I didn't say domain.
Oh, I thought you said domain.
Oh, this is their domain, but yeah, that's...
Oh, okay.
So who are the eight?
I guess that'd be religion check, wouldn't it, Joey?
Sure.
Do I get advantage but normal because I know old and new? And
No.
we have significant knowledge on
No,
Delilah?
the fact that you know things does not grant you advantage. It gives you opportunity.
Well, it's the fact that I know the old and the new.
Correct. That gives you the opportunity to know old religion.
Okay. Disadvantage. Nope.
10. You have no idea what this could be. Probably not good.
If I had to guess, maybe followers of Vecna, like his holy clergy. But that's just taking a spitball guess.
Yeah.
It's old religion. It's not new religion. This
Well,
is a dead
they're-
god, mind you.
They stare at the night sky and believe they are safe. Seems to me to be maybe a different faith.
Like the Moonweaver?
No, I wasn't going to be as on the nose as that. I was thinking, how many betrayer gods are there, and how many
Oh.
of the other gods are there?
Oh. If we count.
Well, let's name them. The Allfather. And then the rest don't really matter. So
Oh. Oh,
The
you are
Allfather
so
and the
lucky you're
rest.
behind me.
And the gang, just
The others.
Well, let's see. We've got the Raven Queen, which is probably one of the oldest.
no, isn't she neutral? She doesn't count in this, but maybe. I thought she was neutral.
the Queen of Ravens is true neutral.
Yeah. You got the Wild Mother, which I believe would also be true neutral.
Yeah. So what about the other things like the knowing mistress? The
Oh,
Oh,
Ioun's not neutral in any regard.
that's
Ioun-
right.
Ioun's neutral.
Is she?
Yeah.
She's the epitome of neutral.
Mhm.
Information,
okay.
that is her domain.
Yeah, Ioun's all knowledge.
But
Knowledge
she
comes
was
from everywhere.
also, she was not on the side of the deceivers either. So we're
Betrayers.
gonna just pretend that that's the side that we're thinking about.
Betrayer gods.
Moonweaver is one, maybe.
Moonweaver, good choice.
You said the Allfather would be in that category.
Absolutely. top of that category,
The
really.
low int characters are discussing religion while crawling.
Uh-huh.
I know.
And then the smart ones are like, "I'ma blow shit up." Just
Can I make another
Yeah,
religion
something's
check for
backwards
betrayer
here.
gods? Like, what were the gods that I had to learn about when I went to church the
All right.
second time
Alrighty, let's get through.
when they mugged me?
Let's get through all of these deities. We have the Changebringer, the Platinum Dragon, the Arkheart, the Lawbearer, the Knowing Mistress, the Stormlord, the Wild Mother, the Allhammer, the Dawnfather, the Everlight, the Queen of Ravens, or Matron of Ravens, and the Moonweaver, which are all the primary deities. And then you have the Betrayer gods that you are aware of. The Lord of the Nine, the Strife Emperor, the Ruiner, the Spider Queen, the Chained Oblivion, the Scaled Tyrant, the Crawling King, the Whispered One, the Cloaked Serpent.
That's 13 of one and 9 of another, just so you guys are aware that none of those add up to 8.
If you're really bad at math,
I
Yeah.
caught about,
I was
Five
told
of
there would be
those.
no math.
but yes. I
Math
got
in my
9,
D&D, I'm outta
Lord of
here.
9, Spider, the Chain one, the Scaled one, the
Yeah.
Cloaked Serpent. So there's a
All
lot
right.
of betrayer gods. So
So we're still just making up shit. So let's keep going
I think
until
there's
we
more
see
than
what
8.
is there. Maybe when we get a picture of it, we'll have a better idea. I always
Is it-
work better visually than
Well, I think the picture is once we get to the end of this tunnel, they're blowing it up.
Zurazar just at the fucking tree, just like, there was the nights where we had a bee night. There was a lot of honey involved. Maybe that's the weirdest thing. No?
so, crawling through the tunnels, there does not appear to be any more traps.
Oh, thank God.
As you crawl through, everybody, I'll bring a few of you onto this map.
Ooh.
Actually, it's going to go dark for a lot of you, because it's just going to make my life easier.
Yeah, I'm probably one of
have-
the few with good dirt vision.
Forge Room. We have Sinclair. We have Braska.
Ooh.
Crawling through the
Oh.
tunnel, you end up getting up to a grate that you can push open and doesn't make a single sound as you do so. And it widens out far enough for all three of you to step out onto a thin ledge. Keep in mind, this is a top-down point of view of all of this, guys.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And the three of you are stepping out precariously onto a ledge where you see this chamber below. 8 thrones, all seated and positioned over a very intricately designed vine-like pattern that makes you all curious to stare at it. As you're looking at the pattern, you also see a purple, glowing, bright night sky full of stars that are moving and maneuvering around easily. You see that there's 4 chambered walls. This is where the location has taken you. When you all peer down, you do not see anybody in this chamber at all.
Oh,
That's
Fordrum, weren't you gonna let Argon know when we got here?
Well, here's the thing.
there's no one here.
There's no one here. There's supposed to be 12 people. And I don't know if we are right above that tree or not. But I can't. Just give me one more second. Does anything look like a door?
I see
In a-
2 things that look like doors.
Door.
Yeah.
There's one on the northern
Door.
side. Oh, sorry, 4.
Door. There's.
So does it make?
Can I see the map so I can try to figure out where we ended up at?
Yeah, here. I think we're
So-
right. Here's this, and then we went over here, so it should be like there.
All right, survival check between the 2 of you.
So
Can I just do it with advantage?
Sure.
Yes. That's better than me doing it without advantage.
It was
so
on a
close.
20 and it
was
wobbled
so
off.
close.
Damn it.
21.
21.
We like 21. It's okay.
Yeah.
We don't love it, but we like it.
Yeah.
At least you can drink.
As you're very close to where the tree should be. You're either right on top of it or within like 50 feet to any side of it. Like very close.
One of these doors may lead to that 50 feet right above it.
And to clarify, you guys are like 25 feet above the floor, which is a pretty bad angle twist.
Yeah. You want me to go see if there's any ruins down there, Fordrum?
I don't know. I mean, just real quickly, this doesn't look like a big evil room, right? Does anybody else
Oh,
get
it
anything-
looks hella evil.
Really? What are the little
Super
icons
evil.
on the
Do you not see the
Oh.
dead skulls?
I don't. I don't. Am I not zoomed in far enough then maybe?
Each chair has a skull on it.
It looks to be an
Oh.
animal skull of some variety.
Still
Oh.
pretty evil. Not as
Ah.
evil as human skulls or humanoid skulls.
How many courts are there in the Fey Court? Is it just 5?
But I don't think that there's a correlation between the Fae and Vecna. That's just not been a thing.
Not that I know of, unless.
Right.
Wait, how many faceless ones are there, Joey?
Shit, I have no idea.
Is it 1 for every sin? And then death?
Six.
6. Okay. So even that's not the right number.
All right.
My only guess is to go down and see if there's any runes on the chairs. With this being a altar and meeting room of sorts, there's bound to be some runic markings here.
Problem is that we were supposed to be dropping a room onto someone. So maybe we need to be concerned about what's above us?
I'm
I look
more
up.
wondering where exactly the tree is because
It's probably, if I were to guess, it's like right there. And I point down and slightly to the right.
Or to the left, or above you, or behind you. It's within 50 feet of where you are.
I point straight down, kind of to the right.
Okay.
Sometimes pretending you know is easily as good as actually knowing.
Fake it till you make it.
Yep. Anyway, at least 2 of us could easily go down and look around if we want, but I feel like I should just let them know to go.
I would probably hold off because if this is all magical, we're going to die.
Oh, want me to detect it?
Sure, that would be a good thing first.
Fordrum, you cast Detect Magic.
I do.
You do not sense magic within 20 feet of you.
Damn it. I can't reach all the
That
way
was
down to the
30.
ground.
Is it 30 feet?
Yeah,
Sure.
Please hold. Let me see.
I don't know. I don't have the spell.
Oh, there.
30
Okay.
feet.
Yes, divination magic though, which is like the least directly harmful type of magic out there.
However, if you blow it up,
I mean,
So
it's
there's-
it's divination. That's all.
There's divination magic on the portal, on the big purple circle on the bottom.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
could that be, if it's divination, do you think that could be like a scrying thing that they use?
I mean, it looks like
Maybe.
people used to sit around this thing and look at stars and think you were safe.
You know what? Jerry, can you help me down? I have Jerry get right below me
He
like
doesn't-
before.
He doesn't have any weight. He doesn't like carry things, right?
He can
What's
become
his strength?
corporeal.
What's his strength?
He did help people down earlier in the fight, or
Okay.
not really people, but Sinclair.
I thought it was more like Sinclair fell on him.
Yeah, basically that's what it is. I'm
Okay.
kind of half my distance.
Alrighty, alright. So we'll give you 15 instead of 25.
Yeah.
You suffer 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
And as you fall down here, you hear from the chamber beneath you Zemnian voices listening and hearing the fall of an individual. And I think that's a great place for us to go on break, everybody. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back, everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. Before we jump back in the action, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here on our YouTube channel. Memberships start at just $2 a month. And you gain access to some really cool emotes. In addition to that, if you want to join any of our campaigns, we do have open slots available. They start at just, actually, no, they don't start at anything. There's open slots available. There's one static price. That is all. Interested in them? Reach out and let me know. Where last we left off, the party had successfully gone on their way, heading or speaking with this tree of life that they've discovered, learning of its very long, torturous existence that it has been dealing with for an inconceivable amount of time. After learning of all of this, you pick up that Trent has lived and tortured this tree for an unfathomable amount of time. You all agreed to help the tree, and also learn that he's some type of lich-style creature. However, he's impervious to any type of interaction or damaging until you destroy his multiple phylacteries. So, with a little bit of vengeance in your heart, Capriccio, you agree that you will help to kill him by destroying his phylacteries. The party devises a plan to try to get up underneath the portal as quickly as possible. As you have devised this, you all split into different directions. Forge, Sinclair, and Brosco went through the city, through a secret tunnel, and fell into a room that was within 50 feet of some direction of where you were trying to get to. The others stayed put where Capriccio reluctantly is flying around as a giant eagle in order to help get Argon to the roof, where he plans on casting a spell for the first time in order to blow up the floor from underneath all the Zemnian guards that might be somewhere nearby. And of course, Zovazar is hiding at the bottom of the tree, some like 300, 400 feet down, since the tree's 200 feet tall and then the ceiling's high above that. Ready to catch anybody who might feather fall down and then kill them. So, we go ahead with Sinclair, Forger, and Braska inside of this separated chamber. Sinclair falling down, echoing his footsteps loudly here, and immediately drawing the attention of a few Zemnians in the room to the south of him. I would like... Sinclair, I'll give you one action before anything else. What do you do?
They heard a thud, right? When I hit the ground.
A falling, twisting sound of your... Yeah.
I'm going to use... Because I know the name of the specter.
Sure.
I'm going to... Yeah. I'm going to use tongues, and in Marquesian, the only word I know for a fact in Marquesian is Scheisse. And then I say in Marquesian, Jerry, the hell did you dig us into? Boss won't be happy if we break anything.
I need you to roll me a deception check.
That is fine, dandy.
Tell us what you get. Disadvantage, right?
Yep. 28.
All right. You hear them replying back to you. Jerry? Long Klaus? What are you doing over there? How'd you get into there? We've been trying to break in for days.
I say in Zemnian, found one of the houses in town had a hatch underneath it. Boss had us looking for another passageway and trying to find where all this magic's coming from.
Whisper to Braska, he's a terrible liar.
Jared, get your ass down from the hole.
Can you see a way to open the door so we can come through?
Give me a few. It's really dark in here. It's going to take me a minute to light some torches and figure out.
Yeah. That's fine. Take your time. We'll get some more of us here.
Great. More fodder for the tree, bro. I look up at Forge and I go, and I just make the gun to my head, like.
Fordram's giving you the zip your lip.
And I write on a piece of paper and I hand it to Jerry to take up to Fordram. And it says, the Zimnians want to know how to get in. They believe Zimnians found their way in, which you heard that. They're going to give me as much time as it needs to find a way to open the door. They're getting more for the explosion. Also, the first 15 feet suck. I think I rolled my ankle.
Take out some chalk or a piece of coal, and I write back, stop talking. Let me contact Argon. Agreed? And then I'll try and hand it to Jerry, but I'll probably just drop it.
Jerry can hold a rock.
I'm not going to deal with Jerry, though.
That's fair. Jerry
I
will
fight
fetch
turning
the rock.
him. Just drop the paper down to...
I nod.
Okay.
I start looking around.
All right. Roll me a investigation roll.
We've 15.
Had a blaster malfunction. How are you? 15, you say?
Yeah, 15 versus 20.
You see that in front of each of the 4 doors there is a lever that has some arcane markings of protection and warding written across them that still seems faintly active of magic. Like the magic is beginning to fade from the centuries of it not being utilized.
Okay.
And then you notice on each of the chairs, not a single one of them has a speck of dirt, dust, anything. So they're clearly attached to this divination magic in some capacity.
And they're being cleaned, like my rock used to do.
If it's magical, usually it doesn't collect dirt or dust in mundane senses.
Is there any markings on a chair?
Not in particular. It's just very ornate and ostentatious. So, Fordram, what you're sending?
Before I start doing sending, I turn to Bruska and I go, maybe hold on to something. And then I
just holding on to the chair.
I just whispered it, and then I send that.
All right. So, Argon, you receive. Go ahead and say it out loud, Fordram.
We're above the position in an ancient chamber. Go ahead and blast. The Zemnians are below us. We are a go.
Argon.
It's 23.
You pooping? All right, Argon.
You pooping?
You get that sending from Fordrum. Please narrate to us how this badass spell looks when you're casting it.
So I think this is something that I take a little bit of time to prep for, and I start just drawing symbols around me in the sky, and they all start pulling in towards me. And you start seeing magic pulse in with me and pulse in with me, and my eyes start glowing brighter and brighter and brighter. And I say, I'm sorry if this hurts, Capriccio. I've learned a lot of things with magic. Subtlety is not one of them. And then I just blow in an inferno of power in a mixture of fire and sound and shockwave.
So, you watch from down below Zurazar and Capriccio, this magnificently large plume of circling fire and energy get blasted up with such intense vigor that it begins crumbling and cracking into the floor. I need you to go ahead and roll me damage.
When this happens, can I like just slowly duck into like maybe like a higher up root so that way I have some overhead cover?
Yeah, just put some branches
Also,
there.
I'm not down there. I'm the one that got Argon up there.
Right,
Yeah, I'm on
but
his back. So.
You're looking up at him as he's casting this right there. Okay, so that is going to be 26 points of fire damage and 28 points of thunder damage each round for the next minute.
Yes.
Capriccio, as you see him concentrating on this blast of energy, you see the flames are cracking through the stone and they're starting to fall down a little bit. Zurazar, you start to see little flakes of them falling as well in larger and larger chunks as this loud blast that is clearly the sound of some type of incredible drill of inferno shooting upwards and upwards and upwards. Sinclair, Braska, and Fordrum, from the other room, you faintly hear a buzz sound before you begin hearing this loud bursting noise and this deafening inferno happening in the other room, and you can just barely hear the screams of the Zemnians inside as this is happening.
Oh, man.
I'm using the
glad we're
chair
in
as
this room.
protection. I'm in the seat right now, using the back of the chair as cover.
Argon, at the end of that minute, your arms hurt so bad from holding them above your head for a minute. You're not a very athletic individual. But the only thing remaining of anybody who was in that room are embers floating down to the ground. They did not have an escape in that room.
Oops.
And you look at a large 30-foot hole just blasted through there, drilled
And
all
it's-
the way up.
It's from the south room, right?
Yeah. Sinclair, you see that door is glowing bright red.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm gonna use the chair that's magically protected to protect
it-
me in case that door blows.
Has it stopped?
After a minute,
Oh, then I go, correction. It's right down there.
Zoro would just peek his head out and look around. I'll be quite honest, I was expecting more bodies.
you see a little bit of fabric falling down to the ground.
Hmm.
Something survived.
Just
Fordrum,
reaches-
how long does it take rock to stop burning?
Rock doesn't burn.
This does.
Oh,
And it's magically protected and the wards are still there.
hang on. So I'll just lower myself. I'll just fly down and land there. Put my hand on the rock on the hot door. Oh.
Yeah, that's burning.
Careful, don't push that lever. That lever has arcane runes on it that will do something.
Probably opens the door.
So
The magic is waning.
Capriccio
Could be a ward.
and
Probably because the
Argon.
door's fucked.
Capriccio, you easily bring Argon up here, and Argon, you find a soft spot where you can stand, and you can hear Sinclair and Fordrum through a door, and they weren't even in this room. They were in a different room. And also, Capriccio, if you wish to remember about Zurazar, you may do so.
What do you mean remember about Zeruzma?
That he's hiding all the way at the bottom.
Well, they threw a rope down, so I'm just gonna climb the rope.
500.
threw a,
Who the fuck has 500 feet of rope?
there was a rope for Forgem and Braska in the room they were in. I think that's what Zurazar's thinking of.
Oh, okay.
So is there no one left in the room? Is it all just ash and destruction at this point?
Yes.
I have a nice piece of fabric down here if you want it.
But Argon, I think that is your second time casting a spell of that level before?
The only other time I think I've really done, besides the mansion, that's definitely the most powerful damaging spell I've ever cast. I've only ever used that for teleport and mansion.
Your arms quake from casting this like when you were much younger and you first cast Fireball. Whew.
Oh.
You have that like vibration that you get from like lifting weights for too long, and it's just like humming in your arms.
Mr. Lawmage, are you still there?
Law mage? I don't think there's a law mage here.
You
Thank God,
you-
you killed them all.
You do see a Zemnian crest in the corner glowing bright red.
Oh.
Thank God, you killed them all. They were gonna go get reinforcements.
So is the sky open above us?
No, the sky is not open
Oh,
above you.
he still can't get to the.
Oh, he's buried down here.
Oh my God, they really did bury him.
Yeah.
Sorry, Capriccio. I thought we were at least gonna get sunlight to him.
Argon, there's runes on this door. You want me to read them to you? Maybe you can determine what latent magic's still left in it.
Do you want to maybe get me up there too? As much as
Yeah.
I like trees, I do think I'd be better suited up there.
You guys, Capriccio, do you and Zurazar want to go see if you can grab the thing and then just come up here and meet us up here?
Grab what thing?
The thing in the tree.
We don't know if we have to carve into it.
Well, you could stop and look rather than us all going back down there again. But it's up to you guys. I'm gonna get off Capriccio's back and let him decide what he's doing next.
If we do it, okay, sorry.
I'll fly down to Zeruzar.
If we get it, the tree's gonna go to sleep.
Yeah. Is that bad?
We might need more information. I intend to remove the device from him, but once we do, our good lich friend is going to know something's wrong.
Fair point.
I'm just gonna start telling Argon the runes that I see on the wall. And tell him that while their magic is waning from the God knows how long, they're still there. They're wards of some sort.
So,
So are they locked from that side or this side, Sinclair?
I think it unlocks from this side because they couldn't get in.
Okay.
They wanted to know how me and Jerry got in. I lied my ass off. They believed it.
I guess I'll try and start drawing out the runes as he describes them and see if I can figure out there's a way to unlock it from that side.
Arcana check, please. And since this is pertaining to objects, you do have advantage.
Okay.
Also, Zurazar would just hold his arm out just that way. Capriccio can grab him.
28. First off, the one with the lever, that is an arcane lock to unlock with the lever. The only way that door could be open is either A, dispelling the incredible amount of magic put onto it in order to keep it shut, or pull the lever.
Okay. The lever that's on Sinclair's side.
Yes, that
Yeah.
lever that he's describing in detail.
Okay.
Yeah, and it sounds like each of those levers open up into a different chamber.
So pull the lever, Sinclair.
Roll
You heard him,
lever.
Fordrum.
Pull
I
the
was thinking it
lever.
too. Why do they even
As I
build
just
that lever?
sit back in my chair.
While
gonna
everyone's
sit-
looking at it, I'll just walk over and pull it.
That's what I said. I
Oh.
said, pull the lever, Fordrum. You're closest to it.
Yep, here we go.
I want to stay in my chair, use it as cover.
Yeah. If it's fire, I'll be fine.
Okay. Fordrum, you pull the lever, and you're
Mhm.
lucky. This door's precaution is fire that shoots out towards you, Fordrum.
Thank God for chair.
Sinclair, you do take 1 point of fire damage from the tip
I
of it
resist it.
touching over your head. You resist it
Aw.
down to 1.
Oops, sorry. Everybody okay?
Yeah, the chair protected me.
Strange.
I sit in the chair properly.
Is there a portal in this room?
When the door opens, I go, "Welcome to the Chamber of Eight." Whatever that is.
Argan,
It might not be called that.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's called that.
It's
Zuvazar,
probably called that, but we don't know.
Capriccio, if you would like to turn back into Capriccio, you may do so.
Oh, I do. As soon as I get Zorzar back up there, I transform again into Capriccio and I go, that was despicable.
Close
This
the
is
door
why I don't
behind
turn
you.
into animals.
Don't blame Capriccio. I appreciate the assistance, though. Ooh.
Are you familiar with the bird's anatomy?
Yes.
No.
This is about to get weird. Isn't it?
I am.
It's gonna
It's,
get
it is
very
weird.
Actually, I apologize. I'm
Hmm.
slightly versed in it because I believe you lectured me a couple times.
No, why would I do that? Ew. Anyway, move on. Let's just go.
Anyway, thrones. I'm gonna walk over to one of the thrones.
I'm already sitting in one, and I go, make sure you close the door and push the lock back in. We don't want them coming back in.
Oh, you all can do that. This is a power move, and I'm just gonna hop into the chair.
Which
Oh,
chair?
we haven't tried that.
Oh, that one, Zuvazar. Okay.
I don't even look. He just hops in.
Ah.
The-
It's a little
the cha-
prickly in the back. That's all.
The Chamber of the Eight register with me for any reason?
Are you proficient in religion?
I am not.
Nope.
Okay.
Zurzar thinks for a moment. Take out a gold coin. SGS tells no. Is sitting in the throne a bad idea? He'll flip it in the air and thank you, Evandra. I'll put the gold coin away.
Ding.
Someone going to close the door.
No. Is there a portal in the room that I'm in?
The room that
there's
you
a
are
big-
in, there appears to be something in the ceiling above you that has this arched or this etched drawing across it that sometimes little waves of heat are radiating off of it down towards you.
You want me to go look at that?
Yes.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hey,
Um,
Argan,
Yes.
the big purple disc in the center is divination.
Okay.
The
Which means
rune
it's
that
not
we
a portal.
found- Well, the rune that we found in the tunnel leading here said the following. The Chamber of Eight, where they stare at the night sky and believe they are safe, to stare and see what can be. This is their domain.
Yep. Doesn't ring any bells.
Okay.
It must be a religious thing. There's so many of those things. I can't keep track of all of them.
Well, we had a long discussion. We couldn't figure out which eight they're talking about, whether they're followers of Vecna or whatnot. But they had a charred undead that was fortified, holding the door of the cathedral. That didn't seem to bother us. I incinerated a evil book of Vecna that was trying to control my mind. Sorry, I burned a book.
I don't really want a book of Vecna anyway, so go ahead.
The poor trees.
And then when we opened the statue leading to the tunnel, a whole bunch of necromantic energy came out and hit us like a wrecking ball. And then we found the etching that said this is the Chamber of 8.
While Sinclair's talking, while I'm sitting down, can I look around the chair to see if there's any indicator of who this might have belonged to?
Investigation, please.
Oh, I'm not good with that.
How are you not good with that?
It's one of the few skills I'm not bad at it. I'm just not great. 9.
I used to be better at
He
it.
doesn't have a plus 20 to it. That's all.
Yeah.
You said
I'm good at seeing things, not investigating. 9.
9. Nothing that you can discern is any like note of what it is or anything like that. Just, it's a chair. It's a throne. Actually, it is 100% a throne. There's a skull on the back of it that appears to be like a doe's skull, and then it's made out of marble, but like etched and chiseled marble to make it look like spiny growth and like vines all the way through it. Some of the vines are like prodding into your back. You can feel that. That's a little uncomfortable, but other than that, it's a perfectly reasonable throne.
Go ahead.
So you think these 8 thrones are what? Thrones to betrayer gods? Is that what I'm getting from this?
No, because there's more betrayer gods than there are chairs.
Well, have you considered that maybe the person of the hour might be standing in the center? So 9.
I'm not sure. It could be to some nature god that I'm not familiar with.
Are all
Because of
the
all the
skulls-
symbolism.
Are all the skulls the same?
Now that you look, roll me a nature check, Fortrum.
Oh.
Could be 8 idiots that formed a social club. We have no
17.
idea. -1, nice.
Still a 17 though.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Well, I know elves. I have friends who are elves, so we talk.
Yeah, I have a friend who was.
You've
an elf,
had
too.
several druid friends too.
So
No, I only know 2.
there's one of a ram. There's one that looks orcish. There's one that's serpentine. One that's draconic. There's one that looks like something you've never seen before, and another one that looks like a spider.
Oh, those arbitrary gods.
I'm up here what, 10 seconds? And I'm not trying to stroke my ego. I definitely am, but
To be fair, it's not figuring things out isn't exactly our strong suit. We're more to break shit and make it work.
oh, I've gathered that. I'm just adapting to what I have to adapt to, so it's all fine. He'll point to the spider if Fortune points it out though. That's Loaf.
When I slide back down and I hand Argon a piece of paper and I go, here's the picture of what is on the ceiling up near the top. Hey, all these heads are different. Like, look, that one's like a dragon or something. That one's like a
dope
serpent.
So if the spider one is Loath, what's the serpent?
The cloak serpent.
And the ram?
I don't know the name of the cloak serpent. I just know that's his title is the cloak serpent.
Anybody who is proficient in religion may roll a religion check to try to piece it together.
I think I'm the only one.
I am not.
Can I
unfortunately.
have some sort of divine guidance in this? from anyone.
Sure, I'll cast guidance on you.
There we go. Woo!
I flip a coin. Avandra smiles upon you.
Roll
That's
your
a D4, right?
Yeah. The ram
18.
would represent Asmodeus. The orc would be Rumish. The dragon, the scaled tyrant, who you do not know the name of. The serpent, the cloaked serpent. The weird-looking creature, you can't really piece which one that would be, but the spider is probably the Spider Queen.
Which Zurzar said was Loth.
I guess, if that's what he said. And the only one that is not represented here would be Vecna.
That makes sense because he didn't fully ascend.
So the ram is Asmo. The orc is Grumish. This draconic one is the scaled tyrant, which it's been a long time since I've done my ancient religion. I don't know what his title or his name was, just his title. The serpent is the cloaked serpent, same thing with him. You said the spider is the Spider Queen, Zurazar?
Yes, I've heard tales of her. She's a bit of a little schemer.
And the only one that's not portrayed of the
What about the doe head?
The what head?
You said the one that you were sitting in, Sinclair, had a doe head. Like a deer?
I thought it was a ram.
No, the one that you're sitting in, Sinclair, is the doe head. And that one would be either the Strife Emperor or the Chained Oblivion.
Oh. Would we know that Vecna never truly ascended?
None of you are that proficient in the religion.
Yeah, I just say Vecna is the only one that's not representative out of all of the gods that didn't fall on the right side of the line, I guess.
Maybe he got his ass kicked so hard that the other betrayer gods didn't want a seat for him.
Well, so that's 6. What are the other 2?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The one is the head of a creature that none of you have ever seen before.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. That's probably one of the displacer or the gods that I'm not familiar with.
And
Doesn't look like that thing that I vomited out of my throat when I was.
No, that'd be worms, and I don't see a worm.
there was one that was a worm.
Oh, there is?
Yeah,
that's
was
that
the
guy's
crawling
seat
thing.
right there. You think you might still have some latent of him in you?
No, don't even that thing. Get over it.
So I'm quite glad that we've now discovered that all of these seem to be betrayer god thrones, but we do have a portal to figure out how to close. I understand this place is now a hotbed of betrayer god activity, but it's going to be destroyed no matter what.
Which one's the ram, Joey?
Asmodeus.
No. Which chair is the ram?
The one that Zurazar's in.
Zurazar, can I sit in that chair,
I don't know. What is the magic word?
please?
There we go. It will stand up.
Because I'm the only one here even remotely attuned to the plane of hell. And I'm going to pull out a fiendish contract and put it on the arm.
I have
I'm
many
distinctly
questions.
uncomfortable with all of this.
And I just write out, I found your chair, Asmodeus.
Wait a minute. You're literally calling to him?
I don't know why any of that surprises you, Fordrum.
I don't. Yeah.
You want me to stop?
Yes.
All right.
Sinclair always asks the question, do you think you should do this? If you think yes, the answer is probably no.
I was just going to ask him what the betrayer gods use this room for.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't have a dialogue with a devil comfortably.
I've done contracts for them. Y'all even signed some of those contracts.
So
it's important to remember, Sinclair, just for your own sake, that the lord that you serve is not Asmodeus. Asmodeus rules over all of the other lords. The lord that you did serve, who helped Delilah trick you, who helped make you craft a weapon that ended up killing presumably your best friend in the party.
Uh-huh.
That would be the one that you served, and Asmodeus is hated by that one. Just keep that in mind.
And I hate that one as well.
Sure.
What would that one? Is that Levistus?
Sure, if you want to say it out loud, that's fine.
Okay.
I was just not giving any keys away without your say-so.
It's been a long time since I've dabbed in the hellish arts. I've been purged of a lot of that problem.
So let's not bring it back. I mean,
you were
that's how
about
I
to,
proceed.
You were about to summon Asmodeus. Is this what you're telling me? You're about to write a little love note to Asmodeus.
And it seemed like the appropriate thing. If you hate someone and they hate someone, you find something of theirs.
Yeah, that
I
doesn't.
would not resort to.
We are wasting time. We have a portal to close.
That's and I would not resort to bargaining with the devil. You can only find bad things when you do that.
Could we deal with the first portal to a plane before Sinclair rips open a portal to another one?
I'd rather not have another portal open. Let's deal with the portal that we came here to deal with and help this tree.
So, do we?
Who's looking at the one in the other room?
I'm casting fly on myself and I'm going up there.
Okay. You fly up to it, and as you get within 10 feet of it, you feel this heat wave rolling off from it onto you consistently. Very hot. Roll me a Arcana check to see what you can discern about it.
Damn.
This is an object, 27. Argon, you've been good at Arcana this session. Let's go. This is the first time. I love it, man. It's great.
I know. This is not like me.
He's got to make up for the Three Stooges bubbling around
Fair.
to find this room.
He's trying to expedite this shit. You start noticing through the waves of heat as you stare into them, even though it burns your eyes to do so, that you can discern shapes from the other side. There appears to be this lake of blood and a bridge with dead-looking symbology all the way across it. You think about it, and while peering through all of this, this portal must connect to the shade, but a portion of it that is incredibly hot, which is not normal for the shade. It's not known for its heat. As you're looking across, there's hundreds of skulls littering piles over towards what appears to be a massive throne. And when you look over at the throne, there's a creature sitting on it, staring off into the distance, looking annoyed. You also see, next to that creature, is a Zemnian, skewered and piked. The creature reaches over, pinches the head, ripping it off, and tosses it in their mouth. After a few rollings inside, like a gumball, it spits it, and a skull lands on its piles and heaps. This portal, like the last one you've encountered, has presumably a powerful entity that has discovered it and watches over it on the other side. Though it doesn't seem capable of peering out here to where you are.
Yeah. Who knows anything about the shade? The giant, terrifying things that live there on a throat of skulls. Just ate some Zemian's head.
What I would have done.
You would have ate the head?
Have you not had?
Zemian? No, I have not. I'm going to start pulling out the supplies we have for closing portals.
Definitely not a cannibal.
All right. You start taking out your supplies and start putting them into their proper areas.
Can
Okay.
you describe the creature?
I will describe it to you while I'm setting this up. Capriccio, you want to help? You've helped me do this before.
Here I come. I'm
That'd be
coming
what,
too.
Religion, Joey?
Yes, I will help.
Yeah, religion check will cover it.
Can I get another helping hand from someone?
Nope.
Busy.
Rosca? Can you help me?
Probably not, but I'll try.
Roscoe, do you
Yeah.
have guidance?
No.
Okay. He cannot help
Oh.
you then. He doesn't have proficiency. He doesn't have guidance. So Braska puts his arm in a supportive manner on your shoulder.
Hey, smile warmly.
Go ahead and roll.
13. I know of the shade. I just may not know of the creatures.
Yeah, you can't really pinpoint what it is. Now, Capriccio is assisting you, Argon. I need another Arcana check from you as you're setting up the device to try to shut off this portal. 26. You can get all of your rods into positions. And by the looks of it, they can be placed close enough together to tie in their own magic and keep rotating around in circles and circles and circles around it. However, every time there's this little burst or wave of energy, it seems to disrupt the rods. When you peer through it, that creature on the other side just has this energy periodically radiating off of it. So long as that creature is there, you're not going to be able to close this portal.
Yeah. So, anybody got ideas on how to distract that thing?
I can try talking to it.
Oh God, no.
Do you not see the body that is currently skewered?
At this point, he takes off an arm and throws it into the blood.
And he also just ate the arm.
You want it distracted. I gave you an option.
Well, I want
mean-
it. I need it to be away from there, and I don't think you talking to it's going to do anything more than
I should also
maybe get it to come closer.
I should probably point out that right now the creature appears to be maybe 150 feet away from the portal, as best as you can tell.
You say he's
might
on a throne, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Joey, I know the basics of Hell's thrones, right?
Yeah, but this is not hell. This is a completely different place.
Yeah, I think it might still hold the same principle of when they're sitting on their throne, they can see everything in their domain, right?
You can think what you would like, but you have no idea about these creatures or where they're from or anything about them.
Yeah. If it's anything like the hellish thrones, he can see for quite a ways.
Well,
But I could use Dimension Door, but I would need about another 40 minutes of sitting here in this chair before I can do that.
why would you need Dimension Door?
Well, one, I wouldn't be in the Empire, so I could freely do it. Two, I would be able to bamp myself 500 feet in one direction, try to pull a minute, and then bamp my way back and come back through. Just like I did when I was running the Nightwalker.
I'm worried that this thing might have more intelligence.
I don't know. I'm giving you an option. You want it distracted. Other than us all going in and trying to kill it,
Killing it,
which
might
I
be
know a
our-
lot of y'all are not capable of doing because y'all are all exhausted from the fact that you've used up all your spells.
What do you mean?
I'm good for it.
I'm good. I don't quite know what you're referring to.
Arkin
Fighting-
said he was going to be basically out after you used the spell that just did what it did.
There are more people here than just Arkin.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, we're not sure that we can get him away from the throne. You might just get him to stand up and then sit back down. He might be looking for an easy hunt.
Yeah.
Well, that's the two options I have. We could fight it. I could go in and try to lead him away, like I did with the Nightwalker, or someone else can come up with another solution. That's the only two options I know of and I can think of
Well, we're
in my
barely
exhaustion state.
we're trying to close the portal, so the door that you're going to go through, we want to close. And that's part one that's not a good idea. Number two is you barely survived that Nightwalker. So I'd rather not risk you that way again.
It does
But we
remind me.
Can't close it.
I'd say we take Icky's phylactery piece out of the tree, chuck it in there, so he'll pick it up.
Ooh.
That'll cause Trent to come after it because Trent can't let that thing stay in there. That
Argon,
should distract him enough.
Argon. I love the way you think.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I don't think that we're lucky enough that this thing will do enough. They'll either of them are capable of killing the other, but maybe they can distract each other long enough for us to close this and move on.
We would have to hide if we did this, but that's not a bad plan. Not at all.
Do you have to be on the same plane as your phylacteries to gain the benefit of them?
I don't know.
None
I'm
of you
not
are that
a
well
lich.
versed. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a lich enough to know that.
Yeah, that's some lichdom shit. I don't think if anyone knew, then I'd have to kill
Well,
you.
I know we used to have a book on lichdom,
Yeah.
so that's why
I'm making assumptions that if we chuck it through there, Trent will know. It's entirely possible he won't. But I'm just making an assumption based upon what little bits and pieces I know about lichdom from the one book we had and some other sources.
When we say chuck it, are we talking like literally Broska or somebody just throwing it and yeeting it in there? Or
Yeah,
are we talking about
I'm saying Broska tries to beat him in the head with it from this side of the portal.
I like it.
Or even better, I dimension door Broska, then Broska throws it, and then I dimension Broska and me back out.
Well, then you got to get in and out. I don't really know I want anybody crossing the plane.
Right.
And not only that, I know Dimension Door is a significant spell. You'd be wasting 2 spells to do that. If we got to get into a fight, I want you to have everything you have at your disposal.
It's 150 feet as far as I could tell. I would expect Broska to be able to chuck whatever that is that far. Now, perception could be playing a trick on me, and it could be a mile, and he may not even see it. I have no freaking clue.
I like to imagine that if you like throw something through like a planar opening like that, and if it's like a mile away, it actually just speeds it up so that way it hits the destination you want.
Yeah.
Just comes through at a higher force.
I gotta check something. I gotta see if Gary can do it. I gotta see if he can actually be on a different plane as me.
Maybe then should Capriccio and I fly down and go get that piece? Because I feel like Capriccio could get it out of the tree better, easier than most of us.
Should we check to see what the other 3 doors in this room lead to before we do that? That way we can hide behind one while Trent goes through the big chasm behind us.
Well, here's the deal.
Into the portal.
It's a good idea, but when I opened the door, it doused me with a gout of flame. And I happen to be okay with it because, I like fire. But if the others do something different, somebody could be in big trouble.
Do we even know what's behind the other doors?
We don't.
Yeah, I say one problem at a time.
Uh-huh.
This plan either will do absolutely nothing, in which case we're back to where we are now, or odds are it's going to at least distract Trent for a large period of time. Even Trent, I can't imagine, is powerful enough to fight that thing and then immediately come after us.
Lest we forget as well, he does have a partner in crime here. So we're looking at 2 highly trained mages that could definitely cause issues. So if Trent comes here, his lackey might come here as well.
Yeah, I don't think Trent will let the lackey know that he's in any kind of issue with that item.
That's a fair point.
And technically, until all of them are broken, based off of speculation, he can't actually die. So it'll basically be a long, drawn-out fight of him beating the hell out of that thing.
Well, and it probably beating on him, and yeah,
you're
talking powers far beyond what we're capable of dealing with on either side of that equation. But Zurazar, you're probably right in the fact that he may send his minion here to us, which means I'd rather have you guys ready to fight him then than drained by exploring a bunch of other doors.
Okay, well, give me another 30 minutes of
So-
sitting here in this chair.
As you all
30 minutes.
As you all are having these conversations, whoever's looking through the portal right now notices the skulled head individual rotates, tilts their head to the side, staring directly at the portal.
Shit. I don't think we're gonna have that opportunity.
Who is looking at the portal right now?
I would have been looking at it because I would have just wanted to keep an eye on this thing.
Zurazar, you get contacted inside your mind. You are not like the others, coming here asking for my power. Who are you? Speak with me, please.
Not really asking for power. How about you come to the portal's edge and have a conversation with all of us?
A king does not relinquish the throne to discuss with peasants.
Then perhaps you have this conversation with all of us, all of your subjects.
Are these being said out loud? At least Zurazar's side of it?
Yeah, Zurazar will be speaking out loud. He's going to say, this is uncomfortable speaking like this.
So Fordrum looks down and goes, "Who are you talking to?"
The very threatening man in the chair is talking to my mind.
Raises their hand and gestures.
But I'm not in a chair.
He wants to speak to us, by the way.
Us? No.
No.
No, thank you.
I feel like we don't.
Diplomacy is always a good thing. I
It
will
is.
If
get up
he
out of
also-
my chair and reach up
he'll
for
like-
Zerzar.
Tell him
Yep.
maybe we're gonna give him an item of power, and let's go get that phylactery.
Okay, I will tell him that.
No, let Zerzar do the talking. No, please.
So, before I say this, what item of power are you even referring
The
to?
phylactery.
Oh. If we were to give you an object of power, something that you could hold over someone in a way to where you hold dominion over a very, very powerful person, would you allow us to close this portal? And I can assure you that this item that we will bestow upon you will grant you boons in the future that you couldn't possibly foresee.
Roll me persuasion.
Oh God.
Yes.
I'll use my
Ding.
I'll use my advantage. 34.
Woo!
You have the king's word. You may approach me to give me a gift. I will spare each of your heads and lives during our conversation. You are not like the others. They demanded my service. And he gestures to a pile of skulls to his right, roughly about 30 or so of them.
That's the Empire for you.
Well, the only person who hears him is Zurazar. He's telepathically bonded.
Then allow us to retrieve this object and we will approach.
They gesture widely with their arms.
He'll turn to everyone. Someone go get that phylactery right now, please.
So what's the deal?
I'll
Zerzar?
go with Capriccio.
I straight up offered Trent's phylactery to him.
Is he gonna let us close the rift?
He said he would keep his end of the bargain. He said that he was always being demanded, and we are speaking to him. So I imagine that we have a bit of wiggle room. So if we want to do this, we need to do this now.
Okay. Then yeah, I suggest we get the thing of power to give to the man with the power, so that we might be able to close the portal safely. Piss
Fantastic.
off another man with power.
Oh, he won't know. He won't know what's going to happen. He's going to be more worried that someone in hell has this, has something that he does that they shouldn't have.
Not hell.
I don't
the
think that's
shade.
hell.
Shade.
Oh, the shade. Oh, someone in the shade has something that they shouldn't have.
Granted, I can understand the difference very slightly.
Fordrum, you were flying down with Capriccio?
I'd like to bring Capriccio if he's
Yes.
willing. Yes, good.
Mhm.
Okay.
Then yes. I'm acting as bodyguard and support, basically.
So the two of you flutter down,
Uh-huh.
make your way over to the marking in the tree that is a distinguishably different color. And Capriccio, you hear from the tree, whatever is up there, its magic is similar to what defiled me. It is made of the same magic.
Yay.
What did he say?
Is it that whatever is up there is made of the same magic that is defiling it?
Nice. Tell him we're going to take the piece and close the access from that thing to him.
I'll tell him that.
Alrighty. Please take it. So, how do you plan on opening up the tree?
This is super hard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try. I know I don't I don't think this will work, but I'm gonna try it because I feel like I need to. But Capriccio, you tell me. I can do something that allows me to meld into stone. I'm gonna see if I can cast that and allow me to reach into the tree. I don't know if it'll work because it's tree and the other stone. What do you think?
These two things are very different.
Yeah, I know. I don't like the answer either.
Yeah, meld into plants.
No, I don't do that. I don't fuck with plants.
Let me see if I have something that could work.
Transport via plants, Capriccio.
I don't have the spell slot.
Ah, damn. It literally opens up the tree and you pass through, so that would, like, open it up, grab it, and then take it out.
I do have a flame tongue rapier.
That's, like, the only harmless way to do that to a tree.
I mean, to be fair, afterwards it's not going to feel any pain.
Shape would work. I'd hope.
That spell doesn't exist anymore.
Oh,
Unfortunately.
Because yes, that would have been the perfect answer.
To ask the tree, I could carve it out, but I don't want to harm him.
I'll ask the tree, is there a way to remove it
I was
without harming you?
I was hoping you had one.
All right, hang on.
I will just suffer. But if it ends the pain, I will gladly suffer.
Unfortunately, there is nothing that I'm prepared currently to do that could help. I know of something that's just
How about this?
I'm not ready.
Do you think you could heal it after I do this? And I'd pull out what is literally a drill.
Well, yes, of course I could.
Huh?
Of course I could.
Well, then perhaps that's the way. We drill it, we cause the harm and heal it afterwards and hope that in the end he's all right.
Will you allow this? Will you allow?
If it ends the pain.
Capriccio seems very hesitant about this whole idea, but he'll slowly turn to look at Fortune and he'll nod his head.
And Fordrum nods back at you. I put my hand on the tree and I pat it first and I go, I'm sorry for the pain that I will inflict in this. I'd say bite on something, but that's a whole nother story.
They don't bite, they only bark.
Right. Bite down on this stick. Oops, sorry.
I've been holding on to that one, sorry.
Yeah, I know. I take the drill, lean into it, try and route into it as quickly as I can to make it all happen as just, tear it out in one as quickly as I can.
All right. So, Fordrum.
Yep.
You can see through Capriccio's expression that this tree is clearly in a tremendous amount of pain from what is happening. Thankfully,
Capriccio will probably
Capriccio
start crying.
is the only one that can understand it right now.
He'll start crying.
Yeah. I look away as soon as tears start to well up in Capriccio's things because I gotta finish this.
So, Fordrum, I need you to roll me a survival check as you're carving through to, as efficiently as possible, get through to what you are looking for and make it wide enough that you can reach in and grab it.
Okay. I'm going to use my game advantage for this because I don't want to fuck this up. 20.
You find it, and you start drilling through until your drill comes in contact with something, and the hand cranking mechanism immediately snaps it, and you pull it out, and whatever it came in contact with just destroyed it.
Destroyed my drill?
Yeah.
Okay.
You look inside, and you see inside of there appears to be a red crystal that is long and engraved or stuck into the tree where like certain parts have reached around and grabbed onto it. You've made a very small opening to where you can see it, and your hands can't fit in to get to it.
Nope, but you know what? I got tongs.
Oh, that also works. I was going to say there's a tiny person right next to you.
I know. I'm gonna, but before I commit Capriccio to this, I'm gonna try tongs.
Okay. Go
and
ahead.
then
roll me a sleight of hand check.
Click. Yeah. Reach in and grab it with tongs, and if I can pull it free, I will. And if I can't, then I'm gonna turn to Capriccio, and I'll pull out the only clean little hanky that I have, and offer it to him, and go, "Here, wipe your eyes. I'll need your arms to grab that."
So, sleight of hand check, Fordrum. Let's see if you can get it with the tongs.
Oh, God. Can I guidance myself?
You can.
Then I do that and that.
15.
15.
You fit the tongs in there sideways to get all the way in, but it's just there's not enough room for you to open them and close around it to pull it out. You need something smaller than your tongs.
I figured. So I look at Capriccio and go, if you can, I'll need your arms to do it. I'm sorry. But look, and I point my finger and a little beam of light shoots out of my bitchin' gauntlets. And I can shine a light right in there so you can see.
So, Capriccio, you're being assisted by Fordrum. I need a sleight of hand check from you.
Okay.
Guidance.
So you add a d4 and you have advantage.
Please work.
Think of it as pulling a splinter out.
16, slightly better than what he rolled. As you reach all the way in, you get the majority of your body into this groove in the tree where you grab onto it and you start pulling and pulling. Like, you can get your arms around it, but it's stuck in there, and it seems really stuck in there, Capriccio. You just don't have the leverage to, like, pull it out since you're lying in there holding around it.
Fordrum?
Yep. I grab you by the waist and I'm like, just say ow if it hurts. And I start to put my feet on the tree and I give a little tug, but I'm not going to jolt. I'm going to just try and go even pressure. And I'm trying not to crush him and harm a wing and all the things I could accidentally do. Pull.
Okay, roll me a athletics check, Fordrum.
Fuck, I should have read the...
8. You're so careful with him that you just don't want to hurt him, and you start pulling, and you don't hear an owl, but you think you did, so you're just like, you're very skittish about breaking.
Did you say owl? I thought I heard an owl. I'm sorry.
So I can't yell because there are people sleeping, but Capriccio will yell, pull.
Go ahead, athletics again, Fordrum.
Okay. And I'm going to guidance myself, say a prayer, and pull.
Roll your d4. 21.
Hey, that's the best roll we got on
You grab very firmly and just pull as hard as you can backwards until you feel fabric from Capricio's armor starting to strain a little bit, and you break off a large chunk of bark from the tree. As Capriccio, you were drug out of there, holding with your arms this long ruby that is chiseled perfectly and has almost like veins moving all the way through it. And you all up top feel the tree quaking and shaking the chamber you are all inside of. Capriccio, you hear the tree. There is no pain.
Capriccio will start sobbing.
I hold Capriccio with my left arm, and with my right hand, starting to get all teary myself, I do prayer of healing.
That takes 10 minutes
that's one
to
that
cast.
takes like 10 minutes. Never mind. Wait, I'm gonna do cure
You can't
wounds.
cast healing magic down here.
Yeah,
It doesn't work.
no,
We already know this.
you're too
Back
close
this
to the
domain.
shade.
Well, I still cast it. I'll spend the spell slot because I
Right.
would.
And nothing goes off.
Fuck.
Capriccio, you hear from the tree. The one who did this has moved.
Comes, doesn't he?
I do not sense him nearby. He moved someplace else. He is closer now. He's
What'd he say?
disappeared again.
What'd he say?
He's coming.
He's
Oh,
at
fuck.
the end of the tunnel.
Be back later. Bye.
Fly up there.
And with that, Fordham's like Superman in it, holding Capriccio in my left hand and going as fast as I can. And then I realize, wait, you're faster than I am. Go.
So you toss him up like a Pokemon as he goes
No, I don't.
flying. Just you gracefully let him flutter.
Yeah.
As he goes upwards and you both begin flying up towards that other room. Everybody, you see tears filling both of their eyes and a little bit of panic on them for some reason.
Oh, did it not go well?
He's
Trent
coming.
is here.
Oh, shit.
Yep. And I fly down to the lever
Okay.
and I close the door with us in here.
So you're closing the door to this chamber where you all see, or the one with the portal?
The one
The
with the
one we're
portal.
in.
The one
Okay.
that we're in.
So the
This
lever
door.
closes off the chamber where they did the divination magic. It doesn't close off this room. This room has a tunnel path that leads into it, but you just blew a fucking hole through it. And then there's the thing above you. There's no closing off. There's the hole underneath you. There's a tunnel path that leads to exactly where you are, and there's the portal above your heads. And then to your right, there's the chambers with the divination.
Got
I
it.
just had a crazy thought. I want to get you guys' opinion on it before I say it. Trent is coming. This dude really likes his throne. What if I just straight up said there's a usurper trying to come pull you from your throne?
I think you're most of the way there. I think we go take the item to him, tell him the guy that's been trying to demand stuff out of him, that this belongs to him, and he's coming to take it. So
All right,
you can converse with him personally.
Yeah, I'll do that. I will Capriccio give him the gem.
I will take care of locking down this door for y'all.
There
Yeah,
is no
sure.
door into this chamber.
No.
Oh,
The one for the divination room, because you have to be on the other side of the door to lock it.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to use dimension door once I lock it to
Okay.
get back to the other side.
Zero will take the gem. He will notice that Capriccio is sobbing. He was crying. He'll lean down, kiss him on the head, and he'll say, "You did well. We'll be out of here soon."
So you jump up, grabbing onto the portal, and push your way through. As you get to the other side, you land on the ground. And I'm just going to move everybody over there so you can get the general atmosphere. From down
And-
below, yes.
Ooh. No, Zerzar's just gonna kind of like as he's about to jump in the portal, he's gonna say, "This is a stupid fucking idea," and he's just gonna hop in. They're just
Yep.
quietly saying it.
So, from down below, you all hear the barking voice of Trent happening towards the tree in some manner. He seems to be shouting profanities and many different, well, aggressive words over at it as he's now made it to the tree within moments of you prying it out of there. Zurazar, as you step through, you look over at this king who stares over at you in this massive armored plating it wields and this hulking gladius on its back as he leans forward. You come here with haste.
I do. He's acting very formal, actually. He's got like one hand behind his back. He's got the gem in his hand. As he steps forward, he will glance up and he'll say, The one this belongs to is the one that keeps sending people to take you from your throne. He will hold it out, and he comes now.
Roll me a persuasion, because that is not a fucking lie.
Can I argue with advantage? Because I'm trying to like press into his vanity, because king.
You have a good chance of this working, because he's a king.
That's true. 33.
You wanted advantage.
Yeah. I'm weary of
Hey.
giving anyone with a greater than
I
plus
know.
10 advantage, okay?
You can never be too safe. You can roll double ones. You never
He
know.
won't get me advantage, and I'm already at disadvantage.
Then, my servants, come here, and if he tries to take my throne, you will see why they call me the King of the Damned Nine.
I will go inform my compatriots to prepare. And I'm going to head over to the portal. I'm going to peek my head through. I'm just going to say, "Get guys in now.
Okay.
Capriccio, as he's saying that, you hear the tree as loudly as it can project its feelings up towards you. He is coming.
I immediately relay this to the group.
So,
Unlock the door.
alrighty. Everyone else, go through the portal onto the other side. Sinclair, you lock the door, pulling the lever, dimension door over, burst through. As you are bursting through, you feel this pull from behind you as you see this opening of this black aura appears and Trent steps through as he tilts his head looking directly at you and you move through the portal. All of you are now on the other side of this portal looking down. You can see through it, Trent standing there, looking at it, looking at each of you. We have a traitor. He looks at Braska. An Uthadanian. Looks at you, Fordrum. One whose society should have been eradicated long ago. Looks at you, Sinclair.
I flip him the bird.
A fairy. Tal'Dorian. Then he looks at you, Argan, and gives you a smile. A Lyceum. You're given one opportunity. He holds his hand out. Give it.
You misunderstand, if I may. There's someone else in the midst now.
The rightful owner.
And he'll take a step aside and sort of like give a feigned bow and kind of motion a hand towards the other one. One hand towards Trent and the other towards the king.
The king begins walking out. And as he steps over to where each of you are, I need all of you to give me wisdom saving throws.
Oh.
Is this a fear effect?
It is a fear effect.
Is this considered a spell or magical effect?
It is a magical effect.
Okay.
As Zurzar would have said,
What the?
A usurper. 7. I don't care. He doesn't give a shit if he gets scared. He did exactly what he wanted.
Zurazar, you were already groveling. So, Capriccio, you end up doing the same, groveling underneath him. Sinclair, 17 is just barely a success. You can suppress the grovel as the other two immediately begin kneeling down, going, "Holy fuck, this thing is terrifying."
I politely bow to the rightful king of this domain.
He holds his hand out for the object.
Hand him the object, Capriccio.
Zurazar.
Oh, I thought I already gave it to him.
No, he was 150 feet away. You just got in here.
With his head bowed, Zurazar would just hold it up.
He takes it and looks directly at Trent. Your kind can't come here, can they? You'd be afraid. You would be lost. You'd be vulnerable. King, as you declare yourself, may we have a trade? You try to dethrone me. I've done no such thing. My subject says otherwise. He gestures at you, Zurazar. My subjects are loyal.
Despite him being so scared, Zurazar has this huge shit-eating grin. As he's just looking at the ground, he's like,
Trent begins glaring towards each of you. You all have to leave there sometime. You cannot survive there for long. I will be here. And if you find any other way out, I will find your families, and they will suffer for you. I have personal chambers for each of them. He looks over at you, Argan. I believe your mother is currently away from the safety of the Lyceum. Should I pay her a visit?
You sure that's a fight you want?
She cannot best me.
I imagine if you already wanted to do that, you would have done it by now.
She was never a problem to me until now. She birthed you.
Well, yeah, but you can't hold that against her.
I will.
Oh.
What a dick.
Look at you, Braska.
This is the man that took my best friend from me.
And I can take a lot more. You all have things you have dear. I can easily find whoever they are. I can send my Volstruckers after them immediately. Friends, family, loved ones, companions, husbands, wives, children. Makes no difference. I will have what is mine back.
I already killed the one in Zadash.
Do not ever consider me and them in the same breath. He takes 2 steps backwards and disappears from each of your sights. As the king looks at all of you, it is good to have servants now. You will all serve me so well. As he pats Capricio's head and then pats Zurazar's.
He has more of these, my lord. Do you want them as well?
I do not care for your games. You utilizing me as a weapon is an intelligent decision. But now you all serve me. He picks you up, Capriccio, and places you on his shoulder. Follow.
Wasn't Trent the one that feared me? Or was it this guy?
No, that was this guy.
Oh, okay.
No, Trent doesn't have power to fear you through other dimensions.
Oh.
I'm not making him that good. Okay. Then follow me. You all have scrubbing to begin doing. as you look through the portal at the known evil that you all defied in order to gain favor with this evil that you have no understanding of. I think that's where we're going to call the session, everybody. Players, thank you all very much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. Hope you all had a fantastic time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.